What is music?
He's not here today.
Person who sings.
That's a
Don't hurt me. No.
what is word? What are you doing?
Bell hasn't rang yet. It's fine.
Hey, the bell rung?
Not yet. This is being recorded to send to her professor.
Oh,
So don't worry.
so we can't say anything bad.
Nathan,
Oh, here.
are you doing what you're supposed to be doing?
Why do you have to record it? So he knows that you're teaching?
Pretty much.
Oh.
Okay. I'm gonna give y'all a couple of minutes to do the warm up. I have these 2 questions on the board here that I want you guys to answer on your own. Do not Google it. I don't care what Google thinks. I care what you think. In your own words, tell me what you think music is. There's the bell. And in your own words, what does music do? I'll give you guys a couple of minutes. Think about it. No answer is wrong unless you just try to write something super sarcastic and rude. And if that's the case, then we need to talk after class. So,
Wait. Oh. Slow as possible.
my goodness, y'all are writing some essays or something. Real focused. Go ahead and give me some eye contact when you're done, and then we can get started whenever everyone's looking at me. Okay, almost there. Awesome.
No, a couple more things.
Okay. It doesn't have to be an essay, just a few thoughts. We're just letting the creative juices flowing. We just got back from lunch. We're all energized and we're ready to discuss. My goodness. Take a seat, Antonio. Okay, I'm gonna give y'all about 30 more seconds to wrap it up because we gotta dive right in, okay, gentlemen?
Okay, Miss Carol.
Can you?
I need another page.
Miss Benhouse.
Dang, dude, I don't need that much.
That's a good name.
What?
You were
Carol.
late.
Thanks.
You were late. What were you practicing baseball?
I want to write more about a lot of room.
That's fine. Y'all don't need to write your whole life story of music. I just want a couple of ideas. Hang on to it. We'll turn it in at the end of class, but for now, hang on to it so you remember what you thought initially. Quit waving at the camera. Come on.
Shh, we gotta
All right.
be good. I'm sending it to her.
Anyways, let's start off with our first half. Someone raise your hand. Tell me, what do you think music is? Nakona. Doesn't matter.
Beats and syllables within a song.
Beats and syllables within a song. That's fine. That's okay to say. What would we call that? Like pitches and rhythms?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How about organized? Organized pitches and rhythm. All right. Ashwin.
I said from a purely scientific standpoint, music is a collection of frequencies that is sonically pleasing to the ear.
Nice. A collection of frequencies, which would pretty much go with organized pitches. So we're just gonna put a check mark there. Coitus.
Delightful melody.
A delightful melody. That kind of goes with the organized pitches and rhythms. I mean, these things aren't wrong.
What if you like death metal and it's like?
We'll get into that, Tyler.
I went on an emotional level and said that music is a type of communication that like allows us to show like our inner parts of ourselves through music. We show like our emotions and our thoughts.
Yeah. That's great. So it's like an emotional outlet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There's no right or wrong answer, guys. I literally just want to know what y'all think. Okay? Yes, sir.
Entertainment for your ears.
It's entertainment. Look, there are like 15 of y'all in one of me. If I miss something, I'm sorry, but you gotta cut me some slack. I want you all to feel as though you count. Yes, sir.
Music helps your with chords and helps you know like how to sing and how to express yourself.
Yeah. I mean, you can learn how to healthily sing for sure. But I would put that with the emotional outlet for sure. Not a wrong answer, just a nice little addition. Antonio. Harmonizing, I would say that's more of an element of music, but you're not completely wrong. So instead of it being like the actual definition of what music is, it's more of like a subject that comes from it. Does that make sense? Awesome. Ashwin.
Like, can't you use music to for therapy and stuff?
You can use it for therapy. I believe a lot of speech pathologists use music in some sort of a way. You can use music to help you study. They even at Sam Houston State University, boo. But they have the best, from what I understand, they have the best musical therapy program in the country, from what I understand. I could be wrong. Let me know if I'm wrong, Dr. Fish. But it can be used for therapy. Well, it can be used for it. That doesn't necessarily mean that that's what makes music itself. Something I will say, which I believe that you kind of touched on, Tyler. Would we agree that music is sort of like a universal language?
Oh, that's what I meant when I said like it's like the deeper communication.
Oh, perfect. So it's one of those things where like if someone's singing in another language, we may not understand them, but you can understand the emotion they're giving.
That's what I was trying to.
Okay, well then perfect. See?
Good job.
Glad we met eye to eye. I want to read something to you from Wikipedia, and I know that Wikipedia is an unreliable resource, yada yada yada, but I found this online. I found this quote from it, and it really kind of, I found it to be a little profound. I thought that was very pertinent to our topic today. In its most general form, the activities describing music as an art form or cultural activity include the creation of works of music, songs, tunes, symphonies, and so on. The criticism of music, the study of the history of music, and the aesthetic examination of music. Ancient Greek and Indian philosophers defined music as tones ordered horizontally as melodies and vertically as harmonies. Common sayings such as the harmony of spheres and it's music to my ears point to the notion that music is often ordered and pleasant to listen to. However, 20th century composer John Cage thought that any sound can be music, saying, for example, there is no noise, only sound. What do y'all think about that? There's no noise. Go ahead.
I agree with them on that because now with all digital sampling and stuff, you could really turn any noise into whatever you want it to be.
Mm-hmm.
There's no noise.
Yeah.
I'd say like this noise is like sound, I guess, without any meaning to it, but because there technically is no noise because everything has a meaning to it, like every sound we make.
Okay. Would anyone argue that, that what he just said, what John Cage said, is not true? Some things are just noise. Some things are not music. Go ahead.
Like more bit more on the harsh side of music, like when there's certain sounds like forks screeching on chalkboards, that kind of sound, you can't really turn that into music.
Right.
And there's like other sounds that are just don't blend well necessarily.
Right. Micah, did you have your hand up?
Yeah, like I agree with Antonio, like if you're like the thing there, like
Mhm.
turn like making that like humming noise, that doesn't like not fit with anything else.
Okay. Nice. I just wanted to hear you guys, your y'all's opinion on that. And next, I want to pull up something on YouTube. Do y'all think that with music it has to be pitches and rhythm in order for it to be considered a piece of music? Yes, we have some no's. So I'm going to go ahead and I want to dissect that for you guys. Here, let me find it on here. Oh, it's not popping up. That's fine. Close your eyes for me real quick. I don't need to see what I'm looking up. Close your eyes. I know. Okay, so as we can see from the video, we have a bunch of kids with trash cans and drumsticks all lined up at a pep rally. Go ahead and give it a listen and we'll discuss it after. Any pitches to that? No? No pitches? Was there rhythm?
Yes.
Boy, howdy, there was rhythm. So, would we count that as music?
Yes.
Why?
Anything with rhythm can make
Anything with rhythm can make music. Yeah, it's a great point. Ashwin.
But like when you said there's no pitches, right?
Mm-hmm.
But isn't there like, well, at least to me, there was a difference between how when they hit one part of the
Yeah.
trash can at a certain
Oh
force,
yeah,
it made
like
a
if they
different
hit
type of
the
sound.
ground, like it was like
So wouldn't that kind of count as a pitch for like a
You know,
percussive instrument?
it would. I think I should clarify when I say pitches, I mean like a clear, definite, like,
Okay.
oh, that's a D,
Okay.
right? But I get what you're saying. If we were to really listen to them
Yeah,
bang
yeah.
that drum, we could probably pick out a pitch on the piano. But just for the sake of it, it's not so black and white about you need both. Get what I'm saying, guys? Did y'all y'all enjoy that?
Mm-hmm.
What did y'all like about it?
It was
Everything.
Everything. It was beautiful.
Except that he dropped it. He dropped
Oh, the kid in the white shirt,
Yeah.
the blue shirt, just.
I didn't even notice that.
Oh,
Oh, it was hilarious. Oh.
After you like saw
It's a kid
the
that just
one,
threw
but
the
he was
trash
way off
can.
beat too like that.
Ah. Y'all are funny.
He dropped the drum.
So with that said, I want you guys to, oh, cool, what am I looking up? The next song that we're gonna do, it's quite the opposite of, it's quite the opposite of what we just listened to, whereas, it has some rhythmic movement, but overall we're more focused on the pitches
Yeah.
of this piece. This is an a cappella song. And to give you a little background of it, this is an Aramaic version of the famous Lord's Prayer or the Our Father prayer. And this is in the country of Georgia, which is southern to big old Russia. This is an Eastern Orthodox church, and Eastern Orthodox, it's basically like Catholicism, except for they don't believe in having the Pope as the leader of their church. But they're still in like cahoots with each other. They believe just about all of the same things as far as running the church, just they didn't want the Pope as their boss, basically. But you can clearly see that the churches are still in good standing and still pretty friendly to one another because they've invited him to come listen to their rendition of the song. So I'm going to go ahead and play some of it for y'all and tell me what you think. Go ahead and stop it for y'all. Because I see half of y'all going, ah, mouse just dropped, just ah, and the other half going, tweet, 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 tweet. And that's okay. So I want to hear from people who liked it. Raise your hand if you liked it. Nice. Noah, why did you like it?
Just was beautiful music.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that answer. Yeah.
Very beautiful.
It was just pleasing to your ears. Nice. What up, bro? How about you?
I usually don't like this type of music, but like that girl who was singing, she knew her high and low pitches and all that.
Yeah.
It sounded like really out there. I was like, ooh, that girl. What's
You just made my day. What's up? Thank you, my man. Oh, but yeah, it was pretty stinking cool. Ashwin, give me an answer.
Well, at least like to me, I thought it was cool. I mean, I'm not Christian. I don't really usually listen to this type of music.
Right.
But in India especially, my parents grew up listening to like Carnatic music, and a lot of the elements of Carnatic music, at least I know this is pretty far from India, but for me, it sounded like it sounded like a fusion between like your guys' church music and a lot of the prayers we use those Carnatic basics. So I thought it was cool. It sounded a little bit.
Wow, that's really awesome. Thank you for sharing that. Jothis, what did you think?
I saw that they're from the Middle East, right?
I believe so.
So I was seeing or hearing that there was some of the Western music qualities and also at the same time Eastern music qualities at the same time. That's cool.
Absolutely, good observation. Overall, yeah, we all know our stuff. But overall, it seems like y'all have a really good grasp as to why you like it, even if it's just as simple as I just thought it was beautiful. Who cares what they were singing about? It just sounded good. That's okay. That's a valid observation. Now, raise your hand if you were like, ew, this sucks, like what's going on? I didn't like it. You can be honest. There's no wrong answers. If you don't like something, let me know. So everybody liked it? Wow, that's a first for this song. A lot of people are like, that's freaky. Did you like it, Nakana? Yeah? Yeah, what'd you like about it?
I read the look at my notes.
Same thing, no.
Same thing, that was it? So, was it super beautiful?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, what was your favorite part? What made it so beautiful?
Like when that guy started singing.
Yeah, that's my favorite part too,
He threw his
actually.
head back.
When the guy comes in, I'm just like, yes! He's taking it home!
I just like it. It's just a different take on something I see every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the guys in the back.
So, I have another question. We've looked at music that's primarily instrumental or with rhythm, and we've looked at music that's primarily vocal or primarily based off of pitches. And we agree that both of those things are music. And it's nice to not separate them. They're usually not separated. But even then, we can really focus on one element of it and it's still music, and we can focus on another element and it's still music. I have a fun little question though, just to kind of like really stretch your brains. If there are moments when the instrumentalists or the vocalists pause in the music, they have a rest, maybe they're holding out some silence at some point to go into the next section, is that silence within itself music?
Yes.
Yes? Curtis, tell me, why do you think that?
Because it adds an effect to it and it keeps with the rhythm.
Okay.
The absence of sound is beautiful.
The absence of sound is beautiful. Why is that?
Because it makes you it builds up to it, the grand, right?
So it kind of adds suspense to it.
Here's the echo of the sound before, like when they're singing and they cut off, it still echoes around and it gives you the feeling of that it's still kind of going on.
Yeah, like what do you think? What up, bro?
Like when they harmonized a little bit, it sounded like it's like a hit on the line where it was supposed to be. Like they didn't like sing out of tune, but they sang it in a way where it can sound good as they can be together.
But I would like to ask Evan, since I haven't really heard from you much, bud. What do you think? Can silence be music or not?
Well, it can definitely be music in my opinion, just because it's not that nothing's there, it doesn't mean that nothing's happening. Because something could be happening the whole time.
Oh,
Think about it.
interesting thought. Think about what Evan just said. And I'm going to read to you again. John Cage thought that any sound can be music, saying, for example, there is no noise, only sound. Now, I'm going to pull up a video for you guys. It's something that John Cage composed himself. It's called 4 minutes and 33 seconds. Dr. Fish, you're going to enjoy this.
Death metal.
Who does it?
Oh wow.
So yeah, I need y'all to be extremely quiet. I don't want y'all to miss anything about this piece. Give it a listen. We'll listen to it for a couple of minutes. Tell me what you think. Very quiet. Go ahead and skip over to see if it's changed at all.
I
We're at
want to listen to the whole thing.
1 minute 33
I want to
seconds.
listen to the whole
Let's go
thing.
to
I want
about-
to listen to the whole
Let's go back to 3 minutes.
seen this before.
All right, I'm gonna stop it there.
That was weird.
So, literally, that entire thing,
All I heard was something.
the guy walks up to the piano, sits down, he lifts his hand up, holds it, lifts the hand down, all within a matter of 4 minutes and 33 seconds. That's the song.
Oh my god.
In complete silence.
They just wasted their time, but I want to.
Why is it 5 minutes and 40 seconds?
Just because they're setting stuff up. And even then, I think there's some quote somewhere where John Cage even said the great thing about my 433 piece is the fact that you can play it for as long or as short as you want. It doesn't matter. Well, of course you can. It's silence. Are you kidding me? Anyone can do that.
I saw this and I went to show it to my mom, and then she was just like,
But I have to ask, what is that music?
Yes, not at all.
We have conflict. Yay, let's discuss it. Curtis, why is it music?
Because it was pleasant.
Whoa.
Elaborate.
I love to know.
Tell me, why was that pleasant?
Because it was building up something inside you, and it was connecting with you, even though there was nothing.
Yeah.
It's like one of those. Like,
Yeah.
satisfying
I kind of feel like it's like it was at the beginning because like you could feel that like suspense at the very beginning, but
Mhm.
after about like a minute or so, you just kind of lose that feeling.
Right.
Like I would think maybe doing it for like the first 30 seconds to a minute, that'd be fine with the suspense and then start to play something, but
Mhm.
I think it just
Awesome. Thanks for sharing that with me. Ashwin, why do you think it's not music?
It's definitely not music because when we're talking about silence in music, right? We're talking about silence in the context of I had a buildup of sound, I had a decrescendo of sound that led into this silence, right? But if you start off a piece, or I started off a piece with silence, I ended a piece with silence. But if you play a piece of silence, that's saying you're losing the, how do I put this? You're losing the suspense that comes with silence within a piece of music, right? If an entire movie is just suspense, it's just build up to nothing, would you say it's a good movie?
I don't know. What do you think, Antonio? Good thoughts.
Doesn't mean it's good, but it's still.
You think it was music?
I think it was music because if you're an audience of that area, so everybody be silent because you know,
Right.
they get the suspense of it, and you just got to get to the natural surroundings, and you just kind of picture yourself in just a completely different area, like laying down under a tree and then just listening.
I think it would have been.
Nice. I want to revisit how you said that you can hear the natural sounds around you in the silence. Are you saying that silence has its own sound? You're saying that. Who agrees that silence is its own sound? There's no wrong answer. If you don't like that, then don't raise your hand. So a good portion of y'all think silence is its own sound. Who thinks that silence is just the absence of sound? That's okay too. We're all entitled to our opinions. But with that in mind, let's go back. Let's go back and read our John Cage quote one more time. John Cage thought that any sound can be music, saying, for example, there is no noise, only sound. So for those of y'all that think that silence is its own form of a sound, then that can be music. For those of y'all who say that there's no way that was sound, that was just noise, that just crap's garbage, no. Then clearly, by that quote alone, you could support the fact that it's not music. But do you see how, even with these conflicting ideas, we are still able to make arguments about whether or not music is something or isn't something? Ethan, go ahead.
I actually want to change my answer because like music is like is something that provokes like emotions, and even though like that song was like it gave the audience like the emotions of the build up the suspense, and then the emotions of letdown or like they've just been tricked or played or something like that. So there's still a like emotion. So I feel like it is
Right.
You guys.
So that's another argument for silence, that whole piece actually being a piece of music. Because music evokes emotions, and that silence definitely evokes some emotions. Now, raise your hand if you would actually pay like $50 to go watch some guy play that.
No.
Really? Raise your hand if you say that's stupid. There's no way I'm going to that. Same, guys. I would not pay money to see that. I mean, I can give it to you for free right now. Ready? Yep. Oh, wait. I made a sound. Sorry. There you go. 433.
No.
His hand was slower.
Yeah.
He said I can take it as fast or as slow as I want.
I know, but once you put your hand down, you gotta keep it there and then leave. You can't just make a
Oh,
sound automatically.
excuse me.
Yeah.
Oh, you're doing it. Okay. I'm sitting there like, yeah, you got a question? Oh, okay. Curtis, what up? Oh, you're just doing it too. Okay. Oh. But I just thought that was a fun little brain teaser for you guys to look at. Now, I want us to go ahead and move on to our second question. What does music do? Micah.
Okay, so it can make you happy, sad, any emotion that you want to, or
Evokes
mindless,
emotion.
sleeping.
Or sleeping. So how
Evokes emotion.
about all in the feels, right?
On the feet.
All in the feels. It just makes us feel things, and feelings are fun. Evan.
Music entertains us, provides something to do, like dance or sing, and shares a message with us and others as well.
Nice. So clearly it gets us all the feels. We'll put a check by that. It allows us to communicate. I like that answer.
You're welcome.
You said that.
It allows us to communicate. Nakana.
It can help you express your thoughts or your feelings.
Yeah. I'm gonna put that.
All in the
You
fields.
know what? I'll do internal expression. I can't write. Wow. Trevor, I want to hear from you.
It's more of a therapeutic thing. It helps people calm down after a long day. It helps them think about what they've done, helps them recharge from those.
Nice, nice. So I'm gonna put that as all in the feels. Because relaxing, you know, that's the sort of thing that we do that comes from any emotion of like stress or anger or sadness, right? I'll give the one more. Miles, do you mind if I hear from you?
Music brings people together and adds joy to people's lives.
Wonderful. It brings people together. Cue High School Musical. All in this together. Once we know.
Like I'll be in the team.
Brings peace together. Boom.
All of us here.
Wonderful. Antonio, what up, brother?
It puts you in this.
This is
It puts you. It gives you this false sense of something completely new, as in a false sense, as in it's not actually there, but you think that it's there. You think that you're in a completely different area, depending on the music you listen to.
Also, it kind of takes you away, like an escape.
A book.
Cool.
Reality.
Alright.
Yeah.
Show you.
So I'm gonna put that with communicate merely because it's communicating a story to us that we're able to relate to, and that's how we escape, right? Does that make sense? But yeah, great observations, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and ask, is music always something that's gonna make us happy?
No.
Okay, do me a favor, close your eyes again. Don't open them up until I say so, okay? Tell me if this music makes you happy.
Oh yeah.
Trevor. You can open your eyes now, it's fine.
I like the exact. This is great. I enjoyed that. That was awesome.
So,
I
I'm
enjoyed
just
that.
interested. How many of y'all felt inspired by that? And before you say yes, mind you, the lyrics are murder, climb aboard the murder train. So if you felt inspired by that, we need to talk after class, okay?
But it's music. It's music. It's music.
Did you legitimately feel inspired by that? I hope not.
I felt pumped.
Get out of here. Oh, how many of y'all felt kind of scared by it?
No.
What? That was. Oh, with that.
I don't even
Yeah,
know what he
it's a
said.
little scary.
I don't even know what he said. I just
Well,
heard
actually, it's not
Oh,
that scary. On the murder train.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's not that.
All right, guys, bring it back in for me. Bring it back in. Thank you. Antonio.
For me, it gave me that feeling of anger and rebellion.
Anger and rebellion. That's a new one, the rebellion one. I like that. Why did it make you feel that way? Just like the way that it was written?
The way that if I were to listen to just the music, like I ain't really understand the way to it, but if I were to listen to just the instrumentality of it, but without the words or anything, I'd still get that same feeling. It's that feeling of just you not doing something normal, doing it different.
Right,
going
rebelling.
outside the box.
Yeah. Nice. Ashwin.
I think not only this song, but like all music.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I look over and I see Nakona just holding this Donald Trump book, just looking at me like, I'm a good student. Huh. I'm going to be Donald Trump. Huh. Yeah, please go ahead and put that book away, Nakona. It was funny though. Ashwin, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
All like not only this, but like all music. Depending on the situation that you play it, right? It'll provoke a different response
Mhm.
because you can't attach one emotion to a song. Like if you let's say you're building up like, hey, I'm gonna play a happy song, then you play a sad song, people might still laugh. They'll be like, oh, this tricked me, right?
Right.
So, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. You can't just throw one label of an emotion on a song. It could evoke a lot of emotions. I'm gonna go ahead and play another song for you guys.
I literally hate them.
I respect
I do not like
the person that had the idea to create this.
He was able to
Like,
hold it.
it's so like
I did that like this in reading.
very
Lower your
annoying.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and play this for y'all. I want to play this for as long as I can. But we're running a little late on time. Oh, my bad. Just give this a listen. This song is in memory of Mother Teresa. It's dedicated to her and how she lived her life. And that's kind of how the song was written for. just want to hear yay or nay, Antonio.
And I said what they
Yeah. What did
It
you
gave
do?
me more of an insecurity, demonic kind of feel. Because-
Okay.
I don't know why, but that one part
reminded me of
where
Harry
it was
Potter.
just a bunch of echoing. and
Right.
It just kind of reminded me of demonic Satanist cults, like in red robes, and they have their hood on, they're not showing their face, they're just chanting
Oh.
candles, and it just gave me that feeling of demonic.
Right. But after that one little section there, when we got to this sort of area, that Jesus, you're my God, all that stuff. Did that sound demonic to you at all?
That's kind of.
Kind of still? Okay, Nakona.
Like the tones of their voices changed on different like parts of the song.
It sure did, yeah. Did you like it overall? Or was it a little too weird for you?
It's not like a life story.
Like right in front of me.
Right, I'll take one more comment, Ashwin.
Like it was really, really like different.
Gentlemen, please
Oh,
show them
it was
respect.
really, really different and stuff. And like I mean, I like that one part where there's a bunch of build up and like some people were whispering, some people were singing, and they all paused and then hit that note. That was cool.
All right, have a good day, guys. Go ahead and turn this into the turn-in tray. Just remember, just like life,
How would you do that?
music is what you make of it, okay, guys?
No.
You want to happy music? You want a happy
True.
life? Make it happy.
Recording and all jumping.
Have a great weekend.